In this example, we will create a slope map. Slope maps are used to determine usability for different types of uses. The first step I need to do is to locate the slope tool. So in my ARC toolbox, I will need to navigate to the Spatial Analyst Tools. In the Spatial Analyst Tools box, I need to locate the Surface group. Inside of Surface, I need to locate the Slope tool. Once I've found the Slope tool, I will drag and drop this tool inside of Model Builder. The next step is I need to connect the input to the tool. So I will do this by using the Connect tool. I will use the existing terrain that is already inside of my Model Builder and connect that to the Slope tool. Once I release my left click, I have the option to add this input as an input raster or use other types of parameters here. I'm going to choose input raster and then select my select tool. The next step is to configure the geoprocessing tool settings. I will do this by right clicking on the Slope tool and going to Open, which will show me the parameters. The input one is one that I don't need to set because I've already set that when I use the Connect tool, but I do need to configure the output to make sure that it goes into a geodatabase. And I want it to go into my geodatabase as just the word slope. Down here where it says output measurement, I want to make sure that this is set to %rise instead of degree, and then I don't need to make any changes to my Z factor. Once I'm done configuring the settings, from here I can go ahead and click OK. And sometimes you may need to set a processing extents. In this first run, I'm going to try to run it without the processing extents. If I find that the output is not correct, I will likely add the processing extents. So for now, what I'm going to do is just right click on this and choose Run so that I can run this portion of the model. Click Close. And then go over here to my output. I'll right click on that and I'll add that to the display. And I can see on the right side here that it does appear that it did process correctly. So I do not need to add an extent.